And welcome back to Nancy's Neighborhood. I told you we have some exciting things to talk about today, and I was not telling you a story. I have as my next guest Arlette Robinson, and she is Director of CTE for the Bradley County Schools. And the reason I use the initials is because I now want Arlette to tell you what CTE stands for and what her position as director is, and then we'll make some comments about some other things.
Sounds great, Nancy, but before I do, I have a special shout out.
Okay, shout out.
This week is School Board Appreciation Week, and I would like to say thank you to Nancy Kaysen, our school board member, along with the other 6 school board members that we have in the county schools. We appreciate you, and we think you are great.
Thank you so much, and I did not know she was going to do that, folks, okay? But thank you, Arlette. I'm really enjoying this, the school board position, and I'm meeting a lot of interesting people. Of course, I already knew you because we were on several boards together.
Absolutely.
And committees together, but I'm meeting a lot of interesting people and finding out a lot of interesting things. So.
Absolutely. And so one of the interesting things that you're finding out is what the definition of CTE is.
Yes, ma'am.
So CTE is career and technical education. A lot of people remember that as the old vocational education,
yes,
but it's quite different. It's very technical. We don't really have vocations as much as we have careers now, and they're technical. And a lot of our classes, most of our classes, are linked to 2-year, 4-year programs, technical schools, etc. So we prepare kids for life after high school, and that's what we do.
And I had Patrick Spangler on the other day, and he called it K through J.
It is K to J.
And I love that.
Yes, we concentrate on K to J, and what we do in the K-12 school system, which is what we have, is take those 13 years to prepare kids for what they're going to do after that time. And so Danny Coggin would stand up at graduation, he would hold his hand up, and he would go, if a student leaves here to go to work, to the military, to a technical school, a 2-year college, a 4-year university, we want to have that student prepared for life and to go out into those venues. And that's what we do in career and technical education. We prepare kids to go out and to do those things.
I love that. So he would do, that's great.
Yes. So
very creative of Danny.
And he always remembered there were 5.
That's good. That's wonderful. That is wonderful.
So I stole that from him. I would say it, but I would not say it as well. So I stole Danny's.
That is great.
But I give him credit.
Now, you are the director of CTE for Bradley County. That means you have both high schools, yes, and anything that we're doing in the middle schools and elementary schools.
Yes.
Wow.
We have an identified program at both of the middle schools that's identified by the state. Now, we do activities in the elementary school, the middle school, and the high school, but our 2 programs at the middle school are related to technology. Students there explore careers in information technology, which is computers, robotics, and technical careers, and then also digital media like we have here. And then those students go to the high school and they can branch out into those 3 programs. But at the high school, we have additional programs, and we have 3 academies at each high school. We have a STEM academy at Bradley and at Walker Valley. At Bradley, we have the STEM academy, we have the business academy, and we have humanities. At Walker Valley, we have the STEM academy, we have MBA, that's Medical Business Academy,
okay,
and the humanities. In CTE, we have 18 program areas, or 18 concentrated areas at Bradley Central, and we have 10 concentrated areas at Walker Valley. We hope in the future to maybe bring some opportunities where the students at Walker Valley can have a few more options as well. But we do everything from cosmetology to agriculture to mechatronics, to business, marketing, health science, you name it. There's 18 different program areas.
Okay, now tell our audience there is STEAM and there is STEM. All right, so tell them what STEM is so they'll understand. I mean, some of y'all out there may know this. These are things I have learned over the past year and a half. So the STEM program involves what?
Well, we're real excited about STEM and STEAM. STEM is a word for science, technology, engineering, and math. It's bringing those concepts together, and you have to have those to manufacture products, to do just about anything that you would do in the work world. You bring those things together for manufacturing. But then STEAM is where you add the arts in.
And that's the part I love.
So it's I do know you love that because of the allied arts. But it's science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And so you bring all of those together and you bring in that creative component. Engineers do not only have to have the technical skills, but they have to have creativity and problem solving. And by bringing art into it, you bring a different component.
Yes, you do.
So we had a STEAM camp this summer. And you can check out the videos on our websites at Pathways Bradley or thinkcte.org. But we had a STEAM camp this summer, and students came together and they took their skills in welding, machining, mechatronics, and they put it to art. Theme Fusion partnered with us, and they helped us create these sculptures.
Yes, I'm excited about those.
Yes. So we had these mock-up structures. They're about this tall. They sit on a table. And they did that in a week. And then Cormatech and Denso, two of our partners, came in and they looked around, they judged those. And now we have a work-based learning class that will be developing those into full-scale models this semester.
And where are those going to sit once they're developed?
Yeah, we're excited about that. They're going to be on the Cormatech campus and the Denso campus.
Wow,
and their
okay.
Eco Park at Denso and then the Cormatech campus. So.
And I have seen the little mock-ups.
Yes.
And I was fascinated. And then I saw the paperwork of how they use the CAD system. I'm saying this like I know what I'm talking about.
And she's right.
The CAD system to do this all on the computer before they actually hands-on did it. And it's fascinating.
It is. And it brings to life all of the different components. We are interested in bringing together partners in classrooms that you might not think would go together very well, like marketing and agriculture, and developing those programs that would market what we're selling in the greenhouse, or where my favorite is chemistry and cosmetology. And those two words you don't think may go together, but they go together very well. And so our cosmetology teacher had students work with the chemistry teacher to develop their own shampoo.
Well, how neat is that?
And so instead of placing that shampoo on human hair, we placed it on mannequin hair, which is good because they found out that there's a little too much acid in that shampoo, which was a good thing to learn.
Well, that's true.
Because now they understand that if you're putting a product on a person's hair, that it's more than just putting something on a person's hair. You have to look at the pH balance. You have to look at those chemicals that are involved in that shampoo or that perm solution or whatever. So it's just bringing different components together, that core academic component to our part of getting students ready for career.
Now let me ask you, I think I was at a board meeting and FFA?
So I wanted to talk about our leadership opportunities.
Okay, I was fascinated and really impressed with those kids.
It's amazing. One of the things that we do in career and technical education is develop leaders. We have 7 leadership organizations. They're called Career Technical Student Organizations. I have them DECA, FBLA, FFA, HOSA, TSA, Skills USA, and FCCLA. That doesn't mean a lot to you guys unless you were in one of these clubs or organizations as a student.
Or unless those actually existed when I was back in high school.
Now they may
FFA,
have.
I know them.
FFA did because our district, actually Bradley Central, is celebrating 49 years of consecutive gold national emblem status. It takes a lot to get there. They sweat every year when they turn that application in because is this going to be the year when we miss our consecutive? They had some silvers before that, so we've been award winning for many decades. But that leadership development that happens in that organization is just so invaluable because those kids come out, they're able to speak in public, they're able to greet someone. Things that companies tell us they want, to be able to shake hands, to be able to look someone in the eye, to be able to say your opinion in a way that's not going to harm other people or hurt other people. And so we really have the ability to do that.
I was really genuinely impressed with those. I said children, young people. Young people, they're not children. I was genuinely impressed.
Well, one of
with
them's
them.
my son, and I think of him as a young person.
Okay, I'll let you do what
Children.
you need to, Mama. Okay, but they stood up in front of us at the board meeting, people that they did not know, and they made their presentation. And 49 years
Yes.
of gold status. I mean, I'm going, and see, that's the reason I know FFA, folks, because 49 years, I mean, I was out of high school a little bit before that even, but it was Future Farmers of America. Is that still what FFA is?
They don't call it Future Farmers of America.
Okay.
They call it FFA, and it's
Okay.
an organization for agricultural careers.
Okay.
And a lot of our organizations have gone away from that. Like HOSA was Health Occupation Students of America, and they've gone away from the occupations part of it.
Okay, and I remember that in DECA.
DECA is Distributive Education Clubs of America. That is for marketing.
Okay, so some of those acronyms I knew, but then it's amazing to me when I was talking to somebody the other day about kindergarten. You know, when I was teaching elementary, I thought if they could line up, if they could go to the bathroom by themselves, if they could put the square peg in the square hole and the round peg in the round hole, and not break their eraser off in their ears sometime during the school day, that I was doing an excellent job. That's not the case anymore.
It's not the case anymore, and graduation is not our end result anymore, and that used to be the case. If we could get them if we could get those babies across that
That's
stage,
right, with that piece of paper in their hand.
life was good. But we want to get the students across the stage with something else. And so I'd like to talk about our Graduation Plus program.
I think that's great.
Because one of the things that we want to do is for every student that leaves in career and technical education, we would like for them to leave with something, a Graduation Plus. So that Graduation Plus could be a dual credit class where they take a class at the high school and they get credit at the college. A dual enrollment class where they're enrolled at both the college and the high school at the same time and they're getting credit. Industry certification, we have American Welding Society. We have a mouse certification, that's Microsoft Office Suite. And Joe Bryan at Walker Valley is hitting it out of the park.
Joe's a great guy.
He is. We're doing Jasper Active now, and they have featured us on their website of Jasper Active. It's CCI, I think, but they featured us on it, and they sent us an email last night that a school in Vietnam is asking about the success of Walker Valley High School. So they have a great success in passing the Microsoft Office certifications. That's Word, PowerPoint, Excel. And so students can leave, and some companies recognize it and give them additional money for having that certification, or they give them additional duties, which has been really, really super great.
That is super.
We have internships, which Patrick talked about the other day, so it won't take a lot of time to talk about that. But we also do portfolios. We have students that in our education program that will go to the elementary school, and they'll create a portfolio for that. And then we also have a practicum class, and the practicum class develops products. Bryce is your producer is part of an internship class, but some of his peers are part of a practicum class, and they develop what we call the Director's View, and that's the newsletter for the district every month. And so if your audience would like to know what's going on in the district, they could go to thinkcte.org and sign up to receive the Director's View, and we'll send it out to you every month so you can see what our focus is, what we're doing, what our schools are doing, and some other things that Bryce's peers develop.
This is awesome, and I have asked Arlette to come back on with me maybe a couple more times, and she's going to try to bring some students, might even bring those models that we were talking about and some things like that. So, because this to me is so fascinating. I know we had Future Teachers of America when I was in high school, and we had FFA and some things. I think FBLA, Future Business Leaders.
We still have the Future Business Leaders.
So these things are fascinating to me because, like I say, we're asking students to do a little bit more, to go a little bit further, but it's for their benefit down the road.
Absolutely.
And it's for the community's benefit, folks. It's for the businesses and industries in Cleveland-Bradley County. So, Arlette, thank you so much for being on with me. I will get back with you because I do want you to come back on. I want you to bring some of these students, and I want to show everybody out there what it is that we're doing in our Bradley County schools. And that's not to say that we're not doing it in the Cleveland City schools, folks.
Absolutely.
I will get Remy in here. I've already told him. and he's Arlette's equivalent in the city schools. But I've already told Remy I want him to come in and talk to us about what Cleveland's doing. So these are just exciting things in education. So Arlette, thank you so much.
Thank you for letting me come on.
Oh,
I had
thank you
a
for being
blast.
here. Folks, I'll be right back after these commercials, and be sure to watch the commercials and support our sponsors.